Welcome, my lover. Have you ever held in your hand a small, brown, copper coin and wondered what stories it has seen, what hands it has passed through, and how it managed to survive nearly a century of American history? Today, we travel back in time to the year 1935, deep in the heart of the Great Depression, to uncover the fascinating and hidden journey of the 1935 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin struck in Denver that has become a time capsule of America's struggle, hope, and recovery. The 1935 D Wheat Penny is part of the legendary Lincoln Cents series, one of the most collected coin series in the world. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse bears the proud profile of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity and freedom. The reverse displays the simple yet powerful wheat ears, representing America's agricultural roots, resilience, and growth. The small D mint mark below the date tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility that played a key role in keeping America's coinage alive during a time of economic darkness. In 1935, the United States was still recovering from the devastating crash of 1929. Jobs were scarce, banks were failing, and the average family struggled to buy basic necessities. A single cent had real value; it could buy a loaf of bread or a handful of candy. Every coin minted during that period was a symbol of survival. The 1935 D penny was made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters. It may seem small, but to the people of that time, it represented hope, a hope that the country would rise again. At the Denver Mint, millions of these coins were struck, about 47 million in total. Yet, not all survived. Many were worn down through decades of circulation, lost in drawers, buried in old barns, or melted down during wartime metal drives. Finding a 1935 D penny in fine condition today is a collector's dream. It connects us directly to the people who lived through one of the toughest times in history. When we talk about the design, Victor Brenner's artistry shines through. Lincoln's portrait, introduced in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of his birth, became the first real person to appear on an American coin. It was a bold move. Before Lincoln, U.S. coins featured only symbols or allegorical figures. The wheat reverse, simple but elegant, framed the nation's motto E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. Every time someone looked at that coin in 1935, they were reminded of unity and perseverance, two things America desperately needed. Now let's talk about its value. In circulated condition, the 1935 D wheat penny is common and might be worth between 10 to 50 cents depending on its wear. However, in uncirculated mint condition, MS65 or higher, it becomes much more valuable, reaching anywhere from $20 to $80 or more, depending on the luster, strike, and toning. A few exceptional pieces, graded MS67 red, have even sold for over $2,000 in major auctions. That's an incredible leap in value for a coin that once bought a piece of candy. What makes this coin special isn't just its rarity or monetary worth, it's the era it represents. Imagine a young man in 1935, standing in line at a bakery with his last few cents. That penny might have passed through his hands, then through the hands of a soldier during World War II, and eventually into a collector's album decades later. Every scratch, every mark, every bit of wear on the coin tells a story of survival, of work, of dreams. Collectors today often search for the 1935 D penny not only for its beauty but for its historical significance. It's a reminder that even in the hardest times, America kept moving forward. The coin's copper glow reminds us of the fire of resilience, that no matter how dark the times, there was always light to be found in small things, even in a single cent. When you hold a 1935 D wheat penny, you're not just holding a piece of copper. You're holding the heartbeat of a nation, the sweat of miners who dug the copper from the earth, the hands of mint workers in Denver striking each coin with care, and the dreams of ordinary Americans who used that penny every day to survive. It's more than a coin, it's a legacy, a symbol of hope that has endured through nearly 90 years of change. And even today, collectors across the world chase after the perfect 1935 D penny, shining red, untouched by time, a rare treasure that connects past and present. Each of these coins carries the fingerprint of history. And for those who truly understand it, the 1935 D wheat penny is priceless, not for its copper, but for its story. So, the next time you find an old penny, don't ignore it. Look closer. It might just be a survivor from 1935, carrying whispers from an era when every cent mattered, every job was precious, and every dream was worth fighting for. That's the soul of the 1935 D. Lincoln Wheat penny, small in size, but vast in meaning.